to the SorareAndrews show, where we talk fantasy football, but you never know. We'll start with the game, but we'll soon go astray on topic discussions that we play. We'll analyze the teams, the formation and goals, but in no time we'll talk pressings. You on the roll, talking about our favorite foods and the shows we've seen. Our opinions aloud, and our voices on me. It's the SorareAndrews show. Anything goes, from fan football to rock and roll. We may start with the pitch, but it's just a small part. We'll venture off topic, let the conversation spark. It's the SorareAndrews show.
Hello and welcome into the SorareAndrews show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho and Sorare, joined as always by Black, who goes by Black on Sorare. And yeah, cut that song a little bit. We tried to get a new song for this week, particularly on this topic. And I want to be completely honest with you. Part of the reason I didn't try harder to get a song about today's topic is because I don't want to do this every week. I just can't do it.
That's fair. That's fair. I really liked the prompts to Suno or whatever that site's called, of like in memoriam, like a really somber, sad, like, like during the Golden Globes, like when we're looking at all the actors that died.
Yeah.
Just kind of hoping we could do that for today's show, but such is life.
Yeah, so exactly. I think the worst part about Suno is like the first one you sent me was like a melodic rap, and it was like it's a classic in memoriam rap song, and that's all I wanted after that. But like I couldn't get another rap, and then they would like start, and it was like some slow, like sounded like some old lady singing, and I'm like 10 more credits gone. And because I haven't paid for Suno yet, but really, like I said, it's the pressure of having to do it every week, and I'm out on it.
To be fair, you don't have to do it. Someone else is creating the song, but something else is creating the song.
It's too much pressure. I don't want the pressure. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming in. Agent Cooper, pretty sure I requested this in the last stream. Look at Agent Cooper pulling the strings, just like Sun Jun Ho used to. The Sorare legend so good the Chinese authorities arrested him, which I do believe is, well, first off, Agent Cooper, yes, you did suggest this last week. And secondly, I do believe he was arrested by the Chinese authorities. That would be Sun Jun Ho, not Agent Cooper. Maybe the same person, though. Who knows? Awaken Poem Quotes says, this feels like goodbye. No, we're saying goodbye to some of them. And Mike Basson, ashes to ashes, Todich to Todich. That's, oh my goodness, low blow. But congratulations on your podium, guys. What's up, Tuggy? Philly Dilly, have a good show, boys. I'm going to have to catch up later, but first I nominate Tati Castellanos for Sorare Legend. I don't think he qualifies yet, but someone who I think might, just Surface Air Missile gets it. We don't talk about Bruno Gianni, who we will talk about. Ben Johnson said, Jason Holt, All-Star Rare Threshold GOAT. I've never heard that name before, so we'll have to look at, someone remind me about Jason Holt later. Kev heard what's up. We got a new one, Blue Potatoes here. Good evening, lads. Recently heard about your stream. Glad to get started and hear your color commentary. So, Andy, the only reason I said potatoes is because of the way that color is spelled.
That's
surely
that's like a cue for you.
Yeah, nobody who would ever spell color COLOUR would pronounce potatoes.
It's probably fair.
Yeah. Glenn's looking for the Dino Hodich stands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As a Dino Hodich card owner, I feel that. Where's he? I think in Poland. Kaigo Tsunemoto is my Sorare legend. Says Nixon. He's still good though. We're not here to talk about good players. Currently good players. Anyway, I think Mike already said hi. JVic, or Gator guys all over the Dusty reference. Jordan, what's up? Malky, Major NFT. Oh, Dream Oblivion. We're going to speculate on some people, but you know that Carlos Hill may be talked about. Anyway, Bob TB. Andy, what do you think TB stands for?
Tuberculosis. I don't know.
Wow, all right.
first thing
I was
that
going
popped
with
in my-
Tampa Bay, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right, Bob. Scosmo with the Ryota Morioka RIP. Major NFT says maybe Vanaken, which is, I think you might have to leave. We're not here to slander.
Yeah. Lord's name in vain.
Blue Potatoes made this my first stream. Please pronounce my name right. All right, you tell me what it is, and I'll pronounce it. Maybe it's Bleu Potatoes. Anyway,
I like that.
Mike Bass, we're just going to go down the
That's
Jupiler League 2018-19 rosters, which
Yeah, pretty
maybe.
much.
Oh, Surface says Sun Jun Ho is out of jail. How about that? I like how we both guessed what the TB was, and Bob just said spot on.
Yeah. Is Quincy Promise out of jail yet? We need to look at jail records in Russia, I guess.
No. Isn't he in Qatar, Saudi Arabia?
Oh, I figured that
in
he
Russia.
got extradited or something, but
Yeah, I don't think he's been sent back to Russia yet.
no, he would be fine in Russia. He'd be safe in Russia.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Major NFT Carlos Vela. That is a great one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great one. Keith says nominating Sho Sasaki for the next member of the Dust Club, which, frankly, I think Keith and Tuggy are very close to just never speaking again. Skazmo said Usama Tanane. We hardly knew you. Okay, potato. Yeah, great. Rikaman said Promise never went to jail. I thought he was in jail maybe not like jail. Yeah, no, I thought he was in jail somewhere in the Middle East. I'm almost certain of it.
Maybe they don't call it jail there.
Prison? Anyway. So, Andy, you had a few very good ones right away. I think we put them on the thumbnail.
I do, but before I get into them, I have something I kind of want to say. This is a message to Nicholas. It's so rare. Give us the button. We want the button. We want to be able to take our lineups from Sorare data, put them into Sorare, and make it a super easy, fast process. People like myself, maybe even Laird, you look at people like Nanza, who's got 100 plus lineups. I don't know how long it's taking him to put those into two different places, but it's absolutely absurd. And like the amount of time that he's spending putting those lineups in, he could be bidding on uniques. He could be bidding on super rares. You're wasting his time. You're wasting all of these whales' time. The whales are the ones that have to spend the most time putting lineups in, and now they're not bidding on cards. Give us the button. And if you can't give us the button, Laird will put on his little hard hat that he's got sitting over there. He will build and export to CSV, whatever, and then you can put in an import from CSV. Do it. We need it. We have to have it.
Danza says, don't feel bad. Don't feel for me. I want to switch.
I have to feel bad for Nanzo because we need Nanzo to prop up the market. And the funny thing is one of the reasons they don't want the button is because they want us to use the suggestions to buy a card in their lineup builder. But guess what? Whales are never going to use that ever. They're going to go to Sorare data. They're going to find the card that they want to buy, and they're going to buy it. They don't need a suggestion in your lineup builder. Smaller galleries that won't use the button, yes, they might use your suggestions, but come on.
So, two things. One, if smaller galleries don't use it, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like if bigger galleries don't use it, it's okay. But there are enough people with all kinds of galleries that want it.
Just stop wasting everyone's time.
Did you see the update today, though?
No.
About the button?
No.
So you're aware that you previously could do it with MLB and NBA, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So third-party sites were able to submit lineups from their apps or websites directly into Sorare, including training lineups.
Okay.
For NBA and MLB, despite there being the same terms of service that you're not allowed to do that.
Sure.
They shut that down today.
Nice.
So somehow the exposure to wanting the button has actually killed it for the others.
We're going the wrong direction here, boys.
So my theory here, Andy, you know how like when they announce a new club and they take the logo off the licensed partners page and then they do the auctions And then like 12 hours later, they're like, oh, guess who's back? After like half the auctions are over. Maybe they removed it in order to bring it back.
I like where you're thinking on that.
Anyway,
But I also am not.
It's funny because Major MT said, I'm a fan of the button when they removed Auto Trainer. So NBA will generate your training lineups for you. And they're like, hey, we're working on that for MLB too. We'll do it. I've got a hard hat. We'll do it. Like, don't waste your time on that. Let us do it. And then just let us send them over. Anyway. What are we talking about today? Oh, so right, back to the topic at hand. Agent Cooper, Pharaoh was a legend for 5 minutes. Not sure he's a legend though. His rare price went obscene after 10 matches, and then he disappeared off a cliff. He was like an OG, like really, really good card though.
He was weird though, because like he didn't play a lot at Benfica, but then he went to that Croatian team, and he was a monster, an absolute monster in Croatia. And then like he got hurt, and I think he did like his ACL or something, and he's been out forever.
Didn't he go? I thought he went to like Vitesse, didn't he?
Yeah, but then back to Croatia, then Vitesse, and then back to Croatia, something like that.
I never knew where. I'm just going to pull him up here because he did. This is an impressive run here. So what is it? Probably his first game. Yeah, that's in Croatia. Yeah.
It was great there.
I think he was U23 for a while too. Like then.
Yeah.
And then I mean he's only 27. Good call, Agent Cooper. So Andy, you have a list.
I do. I have a list. First, I want to start with, a particular player that's near and dear to your heart. Does João Felix qualify for this?
I knew you were going to say that. Damn it. No. And do you know why?
Why? Because you own him.
Like a little secret about João Felix that not a lot of people know.
Okay.
In terms of like Sorare, he was actually never that good. Yeah. And so he was like the hype boy for a while. But if you told me that no one has ever won a reward with João Felix, I think I would believe you. He was never that good. But I also don't appreciate the slander. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know.
Glenn Hoddle mentioned Yaremchuk. Yaremchuk is the first player on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that? And here I always thought it was a weird
one. I don't even know that he was like that crazy good, but like, again, early days of Sorare, cards like him that may not have been that amazingly great, might have been amazingly great.
Well, we have to remember there just weren't that many cards on the platform. Like there weren't that many players. And so, right. I mean, he was good.
Yeah, he was solid.
Yeah. Who did he play for? Benfica back then?
Ghent, actually, at first.
Really? Wow, that's right.
Another really fun one, Alex Telles. He was absolutely a broken card on the platform in the early days. And the reason was he was at Porto, and they just printed clean sheets. And that's how defenders got their points, clean sheets. But he also took PKs for Porto. And Porto earned a lot of PKs. He was awesome, absolutely awesome on the platform. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He was. And maybe it was the old Matrix that made it.
I was going to say, I'm not sure we have like pre-game week 100 old Matrix stuff.
Yeah. Between game weeks 1 and 99, though, trust me, he was good.
Right. Well, Mike Basson nails it here, actually. Tell us then is what Grimaldo is now.
That's probably a pretty good comparison, yeah.
I don't even know what cards he had back then.
Oh, he had Porto cards.
Oh, these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Pozuelo?
He was really good. Also, I had no idea that Telles was at Al Nassr. I bet I bet Gator Guy still has Pozzuelo sofa score notifications on. I bet he knows exactly when he plays every time.
I love that. I couldn't even tell you where he's at.
He's at Al Jazeera. I'm surprised you didn't know that. They're in whatever the Arabian Gulf League is. But yeah, he was very good. Mike Baston says he has a Tellez.
Another player that was absolutely incredible is Pizzi, Pizzi, Benfica legend. He took their PKs, and he was like a card you had to have early on. Early days, had to have Pizzi.
What a game! You have to have Pizzi, I believe.
Yeah. I'm just gonna rip through the rest of my list. You don't have to look them up, but Jose Fonte was a Lille, was cheap card, but he was good.
So I'm sorry to cut you off there, but he was good and a cheap card because he was old like 5 years ago, and he just keeps going.
Yeah. Leo Rafalov, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Theo Bungadna, I think he's in
Russia.
Is he in Russia? Okay,
oh, yeah.
Maybe he's not dead then. Bram Castro, Nicholas Penatal, Nicholas Storm, Rude Vormer. He was a fun one. And Cristiano Ronaldo?
Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. Does he fall on this list? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I think he's still scoring goals, but do they count?
So the weird thing about Ronaldo on Sorare is that he's played like the most forgettable part of his career is when he had Sorare cards. Like Juventus Ronaldo is kind of like nobody remembers that.
Yeah.
But those are the cards we have. That's an interesting one, Ronaldo.
I don't think he qualifies. I think just because somebody goes to Saudi doesn't mean that they automatically qualify.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like there are a lot of people who are bringing up players who like transferred, like even a guy Aklev Cerny, who's a big Gator guy, but like he just went from the Eredivisie to the Bundesliga. Like it happens with those guys, and
I think the more fun ones are guys that are like in the same situation that they just suck now.
Right, literally Morioka. Like I would even argue that that Kikuchi may not qualify because he's been out injured. Like it's not like he's just dust. But where was the one? Nanzo said Jesper Karlsson, that he purchased his Super for $100 say out of nostalgia. Like I think actually Jesper Karlsson is the card I've won them. I don't have it anymore, but is like the U23 card that has won me the most rewards in U23. But again, that was like he went to, where did he go? He's somewhere in Italy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm totally blanking on it. Where are you? Bologna, of course. How could I forget that? But the one that I really like, Agent Cooper, Nikola Vlasic was often referred to as breaking the U23 competition, the Joey Veerman
of his day,
which is absolutely right.
I think he just re-signed with Torino too. Like he's gonna be staying there longer. Great.
Like, how many cards does he have? Well, I guess not that many. But like he was in an old one. Was it with Moscow? CSK, Cheska?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Oh,
I once honestly the sale that like kickstarted everything I've ever done on Sorare was I sold Vlasic's Super Rare for almost 6 ETH.
Oh, I miss those days.
Yeah.
6 ETH. Is that an all-time high?
I mean, it has to be, right? No, I wasn't even the all-time high. That's incredible.
Hold on. Let me change this to ETH so that.
Maybe I'm the all-time.
There it is. 5.8.
Yeah.
That is incredible. That was the number one. collector's item.
If we could just do that again, run that back a couple times.
Keith said 60th. What was that? $52?
I think it was a little more than that, but yeah.
Speaking of Gator Guy's old Sofa Score notifications, apparently Lucas Zelarayan is starting today.
Does he ever come back? Does he ever come good?
No, he seems like he's no. I don't think so. Munayin.
Didn't he have like really good rumors though for this summer?
River Plate.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not him. Oh, he just goes by.
Mike wants to know if we can include Sorare managers. Whatever happened to Karupu?
So, honestly, there was a part of me that was going to just do that. Like when we just be like, oh yeah, we're going to pretend we're going to talk about all these players and then be like, remember John Nellis? But then I had him on the show yesterday, so I felt bad.
There was one account, I can't remember the guy's name. It was like 3 letters or something, and he bought some of the most absurd cards. Surface to Air Missile will know who I'm talking about, but he was absolutely like the most bizarre manager. He spent like so much ETH in a short period of time, and then he just disappeared. Like he literally like fell off the platform and stopped submitting lineups.
Huh.
No.
Like a Gary V incoming and then left?
No, like he was probably in jail or something.
Ooh, okay. All right. Little Quincy Promise friend. Agent Cooper, similar to the Vinny Souza super rare sale that Harry trades me. Someone else made one too. Pires. One of them sold to PK. And yeah, it's like they've been rich ever since. But that's again, like he went from like a low league to a higher one and just... Yeah. What was the other one that... Sorahan says Gakpo in his PSV days was very good. He was, yeah. But again, that's just like transferring to... That's why you don't want people moving to Champion Europe. Nanzo says Sarter, Asmoon, and Mehdi Taremi. Taremi's still good, though. Was Asmoon really that good? He's a Roma. How about that? Looks happy to be there.
Laird, can you pull up a manager for me?
I can.
His name is just DC.
I remember this guy. He's still playing.
I guess so.
3 months ago. But this was a gigantic gallery at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah. Can you filter by like most paid or like the most that they spent on cards or something like that?
Only the cards that they still have.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Wow.
Ronaldo unique.
Yeah, there's some sick cards in there for sure. There's also some complete dog shit.
Look at that. 3 Dennis Favros. Why not?
You can tell it's an old account too because it's like all Belgian and Portuguese cards. That's
What do you think happened here?
Oh, is that the same year too?
No, it looks very similar. I thought it was at first, but no. And am I the only one who thinks that Nanzo should own a card of a guy named Florian Vanzo? Maybe. I'm pretty sure everyone... Do you have a Vincent Company?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think everybody who joined before me has one. Literally everybody.
It's kind of a cool card.
Mm-hmm.
So those Bjorn... He paid 1 ETH for one of this guy's rare cards. And the guy, I mean, you know who he is. He's a U.S. national team guy. And he's...
Bjorn? No.
I think so.
No. I actually thought he was... Yeah.
Maybe dual national?
This guy? Bjorn Johnson?
I think so, yeah.
I think you made that up.
I didn't.
Yeah, Norway national team. Oh, hey, there you go. Born in New York City, just like me.
I don't know if he has any caps or anything, but
Raised in Norway to a Norwegian father and American mother. And then grew up, wait a minute. Raised in Norway, but grew up in North Carolina. Okay.
whatever that means.
He's played for 700 clubs in his career. And he's currently playing for Torpedo. I almost bought a super rare when he moved to Seoul.
Yeah. Imagine paying 1 ETH for that guy's rare.
Man. It's amazing we made it.
And that's the other thing too. Like it wasn't like that was the going price for his card. He just chose to be the guy that spent 1 ETH on his.
Andy, he did it 3 times.
Yeah.
He bought the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 all for an ETH.
And then the 4th mint was like 0.3. 0.4.
Gosh. It's amazing what this game. Anybody who is like, they should have never done limiteds, this is why they did it. Because Bjorn Janssen.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, like you look at the price drops and stuff we see now, like obviously this is probably just stupidity, but I don't know, it happened then too.
We just all had it, yeah. We all had it. Agent Cooper wanted to throw at De La Feu and Fakir, who, again, yeah, injuries got them, but yeah. I can't believe De La Feu is still hurt. Like,
has Fakir been that bad?
I don't think he's played. Like, I think he's on.
And I don't really follow La Liga too much.
I was guessing he was on the Doku track of starting like 2 games and then not. And then, I guess he had a little run there. Like peak Fakir was really good. Oh my gosh. You know who I was just thinking of who should be on our list? We should be ashamed that we haven't brought him up already. Memphis Depay.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, he was one of those Champ Euro guys you had to have.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. That's right, Sam. DC bought a bunch of Adam Taggart cards as well. They were K-League or something. He paid a whole bunch of money for them. I think he's like an Aussie guy. Probably plays in the A-League now. Yeah, Holzhauser was definitely he's definitely a guy we got to look at because his chart when he was at Beer Shot, right? And that team was just crazy good. Another guy that you had to have. Like that run at the beginning there is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That is nuts. Apparently Tiger plays for Perth Glory. Skazma wants to throw a Payet. I feel like he was good, but I don't know if he was ever like...
He's just so damn old now. I mean, like, at some point you kind of just got to expect it, right?
You just get old?
Yeah, you just, you're old.
And so I don't know if João Mario counts because it almost feels like last season was the outlier. Like he wasn't always good, right? Yeah, like this run I feel like is too much. Tuggy, I'm not even going to say this name out loud. It's such absurdity.
If you're in the Peruvian league, does it even actually count?
Right. Yeah.
Rumors
that Memphis could go back to PSV. Let's see. Sorry, there were a few others that people. Harrison Delbridge. I know that name. Is he in Korea? Yeah, he is. Ooh, I wonder what just recently happened. Oh,
that happened.
That happened. Wow. Okay.
I should buy that guy.
You should buy that guy?
Yeah. Fit right into one of my contender lineups.
You should buy an Incheon United stack. This is the guy. Isn't this the guy with the glove?
Oh, I don't know.
The
If
glove
he is,
cards?
then I'm tempted.
I thought it was.
Looks like the right guy. Yeah.
There he is.
Show that glove off. He was proud of that glove. His parents bought him a new pair of gloves for his birthday. He was just like, I gotta show him.
There's one for sale right here. It's all yours, Andy. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, this is a low blow, Tuggy. But again, this is another like transferred to a big league. Huge league. Maybe too big for him. I swear Lee Hanbun was better than that.
You know what I think would be fun if we look so we haven't looked at any of the poster childs of this episode. So like Mickey Fu brought up Morioka. Let's look at Morioka. Let's see if we can identify the exact game where he lost his mojo. You know, like where was the moment?
Someone said earlier that that like it started with an injury, but it doesn't feel like he was too good to not. That's crazy.
But it's even hard to tell because like in the 220s there, it's like it looked like something happened there, and then he was like, he's back. Morioka's back. And then he died again.
You know what's wild about this is that I never owned a Morioka rare card. You would have thought that I bought it like right here.
You did buy one right there, or you didn't?
I didn't. I had a limited that left when because I could like never afford a Morioka rare.
Yeah.
And so when the limiteds came out, I was like, I'm gonna get a Morioka, so I know what it's like to have Morioka. And yeah, he left with everybody else. Yeah, just your regular like 48 AA games, 55 AA. Look, that's a 98.3 without a decisive. 56. Like, what do you do?
Maybe what it was Opta just got their shit together all of a sudden.
Oh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
Morioka, his form hasn't really changed. Opta just got their shit together.
He just got a better, yeah.
Interesting,
Andy. Service said again in the beginning, Dayumerchi can't find my birth certificate. Bokani was the best forward in the game. So, do I remember correctly that his age changed on the cards? Like
there was something weird, like legit, where they couldn't find Mbokani's birth certificate, and nobody actually knew how old he really was.
Right. So, like, I didn't realize he was that old, actually.
But man, those 2018
he had 2 years where he had the same age.
Those 2018 cards, like he looks like he could be like a grandpa. And then the one right next to him where he's smiling and happy, he looks young. He lost 10 years there.
I don't think I've ever seen this card.
He looks much younger when he's smiling.
Yeah.
It's a lesson for everyone out there. Just smile.
Stay happy.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, I do remember this. Wasn't there a U23 player that this happened to also?
Well, there was the Ortwin DeWolf, the legendary tale of him. But
yeah, speaking of legends.
Yeah, well,
not bring him up.
But I don't know that. I guess maybe he does kind of qualify. Like how he doesn't even have a picture anymore. But like most of his scoring history was before game week 100. Like he was a good U23 starting goalkeeper. Not even good though. The joke with Jimmer was that Jimmer would always say is he'll either get you negative points or he'll get you like 15. And at the time, 15 was a lot of points.
It was a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought, yeah, there it is. 23, 23, 24, 25. How many or Winter Wolf cards do you think Jimmer has?
3.
3?
Or maybe none.
None?
Maybe none. Maybe none.
What, do you think he got rid of them? Come on.
Maybe.
Does this work? Wow, just one.
He's got 1.
What do you think the most someone ever paid for an Orwin DeWolf rare card was in ETH?
0.6.
That's like half what I was expecting. All right. 0.436. That's much lower than I thought. Let's see. Agent Cooper. Oh, yeah. Shinjin Ho. But were these scores only in China? Or were they in Japan? Or Korea? I don't even remember where he played. Both.
Oh, man. Tuggy with... I don't know if I can say that out loud, but I'll just let you read it.
This guy? Lisandro Lopez?
No.
Oh, Tuggies? It's tough to argue against Cecina being on the list. Yeah. Oh, that is so painful. That's another one. Cecina is another player that I bought in limited because I was like, I'll never get his rare.
He just can't stay off the injury report is what seems like the problem.
Gosh, what a run that is. He's very good. Very good. Yeah, I had Tuggy. I'm not going to take any blame on Cecina. I've had him too long. What about J1 Ronaldo? Who, I don't even know who that is. Or are we just discussing the possibility of Cristiano Ronaldo playing in Japan?
Well, there's that guy that was in J League named Cristiano, and he scored some goals. He wasn't amazing, but
no,
he was never that great. But
there he is. Oh, he's in J2 now.
Clearly, that's who Dream Villain had to have been thinking of. It's the Walmart version, the Wish version of CR7.
Yeah, he confirmed that's the one. Who is this Michael Liendl guy that Agent Cooper? I don't know that name. Some old Austrian player. Hello. Was this before we had? Although, yeah, was that like before we had cards of his? So yeah, 2021 is when he started. Those are good scores. I've literally never heard of this guy. Mike Basson said Romulo, who I think is just out hurt. Diego Godin.
I think he's just another case of he got old.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Reynoso is a fun one to talk about because it's all like self-inflicted, being a dumbass.
So
maybe not self-inflicted. Maybe his wife is the one behind all of this.
What's funny is I was going to completely agree on the self-inflicted, but not necessarily the dumbass. Like, what if he was just like, and apologies to anybody, I don't feel this way, but what if he's just like, Minnesota kind of sucks. I don't want to live there.
Well, again, it's self-inflicted. He signed the contract to play there for X number of years. I would still say he's a dumbass for signing a long-term contract in a place that you hate.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Maybe he didn't hate it then. Tuggy, I would even argue he's pulling a reverse Emil Forsberg. He's staying in Argentina with his wife. Well, I don't know if wasn't there a story about that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not marriage counselors here. I don't want to try to go down that road. However,
But let's do
believe
that. Let's go ahead and do that today.
should we do that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're marriage
break this
counselors
down.
now. Get it all here. Can't get an export button, but you can get some marriage counseling here on Sorare Data. Where do you think he ends up?
Argentina.
Yeah, do you? I hope he plays again. He's literally the most the highest ROI card in my entire gallery.
I believe that. I believe that.
Ever.
Didn't you get his super rare for really cheap at some point in time?
I tried to. It was when we were in Dallas.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Gator guy got one, and Jimmer.
Yeah. Okay.
You and I both were like 0.03 ETH short. And then we woke Sean up from a nap to buy the unique. That was a good time.
We had to really shake him though, because he was out
He was
pretty
out,
cold.
yeah. Yeah, he was. Agent Cooper said, how about the legend that never was, Oscar from Shanghai? Yeah. Thank
Any
God.
Any relation to Osmar?
Osmar? No. No.
Figured they were like brothers or something.
Where is that Oscar? I don't even see a single. He's just not. Oh wait, he doesn't have cards. That's. Oh boy. Anyone know where he plays now? This is not going to be easy.
Why is there a lot of Oscars out there?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't showing on the screen. I searched Oscar, and these are all the ones with cards, and then I had to look here. So the answer is yes, there are. But anyway, this would have been game breaking. Maybe not actually. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a couple runs on there that are pretty disturbing.
Like, that's crazy. Brown said, if Marvin isn't on the list, I'm done.
I think you're done then, because this list is a little different than just legends. It's Dusty Legends.
Right. Like, I don't think enough people cared about Marvin for a long enough time. I am not saying this guy is dust or done, but I just wanted to go back to Messi's Barcelona days, which when he was not on the platform then, but those scores were crazy. Just Messi in starts at Barcelona every 83.9.
What happened in those 4 games over there? The little outliers over there. What's going on there?
El Clasico. Big chance missed. And then Getafe held him. Not bad. Home against Sevilla. And away to Celta Vigo with a big chance missed.
Speaking of which, Messi is at home this weekend against the New York Red Bulls.
Yep.
The New York Red Bulls are known for just shutting down number 10s.
Yes.
Are they shutting down Messi this weekend?
No. No chance. Mickey Fu was saying Malcolm in Russia was a cheat code. I never had a Malcolm. Did I have a limited Malcolm? I don't think I did. That seems pretty good. Service said, just go to my gallery and sort by the 2018 season. So many legends. Bruno, Samata, De West, Malinovsky, Langic. I don't know who that is. Is a guy named Dildo?
I assume it's the what's that guy's name?
Apparently it's Dildo.
I think Dildozer was his nickname.
Oh, it was like Thomas Dillion or
there you go. Yeah, the nickname doesn't even make sense, but
there he is. The Dylan. He did say dildo. I owned this card once back when loaning was okay. Don't worry, I never won anything.
Well, Dorian. Yeah, Surface
They're
definitely
dominant.
has the old meme cards for sure. Tomiyasu.
He's good now. Wasn't this guy really good for a while?
I want to say
Table?
yes, but I mean, if Sam owned him, then yeah, he probably was.
Eh. Eh. Let's see what else we got here.
A lot of Felipes there.
Valenzuela.
An old 2018 pencil is kind of fun.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. Isn't aren't there this season? What is this? 2018-19 Pozzuelo cards with the Toronto logo on them?
I think so. I think that's right. But he's in the
But he's in the Genk shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
2018, right? Is that what I said, or was it 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
There you go.
And then they went back. 2, 6, 7. I'm sorry, 2, 9, and 10 of the rares are Genk, and then 6, 7, 8 are Toronto, and then the one of is that one of? Yeah, the one of.
Now, are these collectibles?
It's a good question, Andy.
And which one do you want? Do you want the Toronto one, or do you want?
Did he actually play for them then?
Who, Toronto?
Yeah, like why was he on loan? He wasn't on loan. He didn't go back to Genk. Like why would they go? Why would they have? You know what, Andy? So they put the Toronto logo on before they had a deal with MLS. So I wonder if they had to not, like if they had to take it off, because weren't the first MLS cards? It was just the Players Association, which is why they had the heads, but also they never had the logos.
I almost wonder though, was the deal maybe like they Toronto bought him but loaned him back to Genk for the rest of the Belgian season, and then he came in the summer or something like that? You can probably see that on Transfer Market.
Yeah. Here we go. Genk Toronto.
No, guess not.
I don't know. But I do remember those like early MLS cards had like it was like a circle.
Yeah, it was the Players Association
The
logo.
first one that came to my head is somebody who would have early cards.
You had to pick Bill, didn't you? You had to pick Bill.
I did. Oh, I guess it was this silly like Players Association logo. Although,
right.
But no, one of them. This is what I was thinking of. This like circle with the.
Oh, huh. I forgot about that.
Like some of them have it, some don't. Like you can see it. Like I don't know. Bill Hamid, never a legend, by the way.
Where's Bill Hamid at now?
USL.
Does he play on a children's team? I think that's right.
You wouldn't know because he blocked you on Twitter. He plays for the Virginia Dream.
Of course.
Sounds like an adult club. Not like adult football club.
Right.
4th tier. How does that happen?
I mean, 4th tier, you're getting down to like I don't know.
I think my son might be playing the Virginia Dream next weekend.
Right. I mean, I might go try out.
Yeah.
Have to probably lose a couple pounds, but you know.
Tuggy's just throwing hate everywhere. I'm not even going to show his comment. Nickinen said they play in a high school stadium. Yeah. Oh, Peter said he walks down the hallways of the DC stadium randomly. I bet he's hoping to become a goalkeeper coach. Just randomly see him all the time there.
Random.
Trying to follow the David Ochoa path, coaching, and then.
I think you have to get drunk first, but yeah.
Oh,
and punch a coach, but.
I was going to say, so Scosmo, Andy did bring up, not on this show, but when we were talking about legends. David Ochoa was one of them.
He's coming back though. He's coming back. So you watch your mouth, Cosmo. This is a legend right here. Diddy.
This is a legit legend.
Diddy. I love Diddy.
Did he have a birthday issue also?
Or
was it just that he was young and you were like, no, this guy is like actually 40. He's not 19.
Do you remember the old Budweiser commercials with Leon?
Right. With who?
Leon.
Yeah.
And Leon was like, he always had these. Basically, he was like Terrell Owens, like knockoff. But Diddy is like Leon from the Budweiser commercials.
Okay.
And my favorite story about Leon or Diddy is he was not allowed to come into Antwerp's training facility one day because he was wearing an Anderlecht jersey.
Yes.
He was wearing an Anderlecht jersey to practice at Antwerp.
What wasn't he trying to get a move?
Yes. Like he was trying to get transferred and he wore I don't know if he wanted to go to Anderlecht or what.
I think he
was
did.
Wearing their shirt.
In training.
Yeah.
That actually happened to somebody recently. I can't remember who it was, but the players showed up to training wearing the shirt of another team, and it turned out that his brother played for the other team. And so he was like, "It's my brother," and they were like, "You don't play for us anymore."
It's funny the amount of like ridiculous stories that I know now because of Sorare. Like another one of my favorites, Emmanuel Dennis. He was okay at Bruges, but my favorite story was they had like a Europa game or something, and he didn't want to lose his spot. Like he had a favorite place on the bus to sit.
I remember this.
And someone was sitting in his seat, and he got into a fight with the coaches, and he was like, "Well, I'm not getting on the bus unless I get that seat." And they were like, "All right, we're going to the Europa game, and you're not coming." And he was a DNP that weekend because he didn't get on the bus.
They just left him. He's like, "All right, see ya."
Yeah, if you don't want to come, that's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I want to play. I have to sit in that seat."
That was my favorite part. He's like, no, I want to go. I just need my seat. And they're like, "You're not going." Mickey Fu shouted out Junior Nagao, who I was pretty sure he was very good for a while.
He's funny though, because like everyone thought that he was gonna like break the platform when they onboarded K-League. They were like, "Oh," and then they didn't mint his cards at first.
That's right.
Yeah, he didn't have cards, but they were like, everybody was like, as soon as this guy gets his cards minted, it's over. Like you're gonna have to have him.
Not many of them.
And I love Manzo's comment that, like so many of these legends, like we look back and we're like, "Oh my God, they were so good," but it's like, they had 2 weeks where they were great or something.
L40's of 49, just unstoppable in the game.
Right.
Was Nanzo here before me? Nanzo, when did you join? Yeah, just after. Fun cards. Do we miss anything? Maybe this was SR Ducky must have been Sissako from Kortrijk and his brother at Molenbeek. It could have been that.
Or it could have been, Julian and Alexis Dessart.
Peter's wondering, for those listening, Peter's wondering if we mentioned Doku yet, which we haven't.
Doku falls more into our Hype Boys episode, I feel like, maybe like a little Arla Guler. Who else would we mention in that conversation? Who?
Joao Felix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Joao. I think Doku is actually like enough people have won with Doku that I think he's slightly out of that category. Yeah. Cherky's a great one.
Yeah. What's his deal? Does he just have like attitude issues, or is he like, yeah?
So he plays like he knows the Matrix, which doesn't always translate well. So he's like, he's the guy who's like constantly taking some people on, and you're just like, you're not going to get by him. There are 3 guys you're not going to get, and he just goes.
Well,
And
he'll beat the first 2 guys, he'll lose possession, and now his team's getting countered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just like, it's infuriating to watch because when it goes right, you're just like, wow. And then you're like, that's the first time in 74 tries that this has worked.
Right, right.
Somebody, Major NFT keeps talking about Tati Castellanos, who, I mean, I think this is another example of a player going to a bigger league and just not being as good.
He was awesome at NYC, though.
He was very good. Yeah. He was good.
I
He was
mean,
a 3 also.
He was a good MLS forward, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a good summer U23 forward.
Yeah.
Nick is saying Gustav Isaacson. That's another one. Like Denmark to Italy is not immediate success. Chiro Mobley used to be a legend in replays. Replays were before my time.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. Oh, Mickey Fu, Luis Maximiano.
You know what's funny is I played him in a really good lineup like 2 weeks ago. They were at home, and why do you make that face?
Because aren't they getting relegated?
Yeah, but they were playing against another bad team, and they were at home. And I was like, no way he concedes 3. No way. Well, I don't think he did. I think he conceded 4.
7?
And,
yeah, they're literally dead last.
Yeah.
Nobody's considered more goals.
Well, maybe he'll be great in the 2nd division or something.
It's a good point. He might.
It used to be, that's another fun thing to kind of talk about is it used to be like now that Maximiano card would just go to 0 basically because all of next year you're not going to be able to use the card because they're relegated. But now we have the safety nets, the safety net of Division 2 to prop up the values of our cards and keep them relevant. Do we like that?
I think that's like really overlooked by people when they brought on the 2nd division, that it actually does kind of help the values of Champion Europe players because, like you said, like that card is dust, literally dust, if they get relegated. And
Cooper's saying that he was on loan anyways. He's going back to Lazio, but
yeah, I hate him so much. So he could go to the moon. I don't care. Not like the money moon, literally in space.
I gotcha.
Gene Mota, Major NFT, but he's another one. He got hurt, and then Messi took over. Tati reminds me of Brenner and Pepe. What happened to Brenner?
Serie A somewhere.
Really?
Like
Bologna?
Yeah.
Cagliari? Udinese. Damn.
Yeah. That old 27 L15. Has he scored a goal there yet? No. And Renato Sanchez is a fun one.
He's another one that like never really played enough. Like he was
always hurt. Always hurt.
Oh, Peter, I brought this up to Andy the other day. We were trying to think of an MLS guy. He thought of David Ochoa, and I was like, Jack Price.
Yeah. Jack Price is a great one. And he's like 4th division. Like I think he plays in the division below Wrexham now.
Well, they just got promoted. And if I said the word Shrewsbury to you, would you think that was a town or a fruit?
A food?
A fruit or a town?
A fruit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just checking. He's only in League One.
League One will be where Wrexham is next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Price versus Wrexham.
Let's go.
What a beard. Can you pull up his MLS only scores? I mean, pretty damn good.
He was
at
really,
work,
really solid.
Serviceable, right?
Really solid. I always think of like there were so many times where like when he was hurt, and I was like, man, if he comes back, maybe I'll get a cheap one.
Mm-hmm.
He just never really came back.
His returns are weird too. It's like one game and then he's gone for 6, and then
Yeah.
it's back another gone.
Yeah. You know who's not as good anymore? Who's still around?
Ooh. I think you're looking at a small sample size here, maybe.
Maybe.
Like Hani Mukhtar this year is having a down year, right?
That's fair.
But I don't think that we would say that he's dust.
Agent Cooper said Jan Gregus was another MLS legend for 5 minutes. I still regret not selling him when I got an offer of 0.25 ETH at the beginning of that season. Oof. He's in Houston now. Andy, I bought a Jan Gregus 1 of 100 rare in order to boost my Emmanuel Reynoso rare. How do you think that worked out for me?
Not great. Peter's saying that his forward cards are actually pretty decent, which if he's not getting decisives, I don't know how that's possible.
Driussi or?
Oh, maybe that's what Peter meant.
I mean, it's fine.
Is Mickey brought up the PSV guys, Sangare, but like what about all the PSV guys this year?
I hope they're all dust.
Could they all be dust next year?
No offense. Or maybe I am trying to be offensive. Ibrahim Sangare, let me see if I can find it. The greatest, where is it? The greatest Sorare card ever designed was by Zarchi. Oh man, it was a Sangare Ivory Coast card. Do you remember that picture?
I do, yeah.
Does anybody have that tweet? Service said there was a period where he had the best L40 of any MLS midfielder. I assume that's Jack Price.
I thought he meant Sangare.
Of any MLS midfielder?
Oh, I take that back.
I don't think. JFR. He just kind of broke down. Does that count?
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot. He's old. He's 6 years younger than me, and he's old.
I was going to say, how old is he? 34? Yeah. Eesh. Let's see. What was I? Oh, the Sangare.
Yeah. How about Andre Blake?
I think there's almost nothing funnier in Sorare right now than how much you and Gator Guy hate Andre Blake.
How can you not hate him?
I don't even have him.
Like, look at his last.
There's nothing even different.
Look at that. DNP is a 2, a 20, a 19, and he plays on a good team. What the hell?
I mean,
like they're winning a lot of these games. Obviously not the Pachuca game, but
yeah, Pachuca's just, you can't fault him for that. All right, how do I find this Sangare card? I'm going to leave everybody with that if I can find it. Oh, Josh. Josh in chat, way to be. Way to be. He just tagged me on Twitter with it. This is it. God, that is such a cool card. For the record, this card doesn't actually exist. This comment, when Ronaldo yacht dance card. Yeah, this card is just so sick. Kennedy said Blake's just lowering his L15 for when the cap modes go away.
Blake's probably leaving soon. To where?
Yeah, to where's he going?
USL maybe. Maybe he'll join forces with Bill Hamid. Yeah.
There you go.
They'll be competing against each other.
Who knows? The comment on the tweet was "take all my money." And, yeah. Zarchi got out ahead, or at least got out with something. They didn't take all of his money. Shout out to Zarchi. Andre Blake to Celtic. How would you feel about that, Andy?
I would sell right into that.
Not a
I assume
contender.
there'd be lots of people that wanted those. Sell right into that.
Oh, he's only kidding. He's got a ton of cards too, doesn't he?
Blake, oh yeah.
357 rare cards. That's a lot. And about 1,300 limiteds. God, that's so many cards. No wonder we're going to 0. Was that out loud?
Yikes.
Any others, Andy?
I think I mentioned my whole list. I had a list of Atletico Madrid guys that included Depay and I guess it's Depay, João Felix, Saul. I don't know if you remember
Saul, come
him. Coke.
Koke?
Coke.
Did you ever own? I was looking at my own gallery of the Dusty players here. Did you ever own a Jackson Maleka? He's one who's like been around forever. Somehow is still U23 eligible. Oh no, he's not. But I feel like he was a U23. Like he was fine, I guess.
I don't even think I'd recognize that name. What does he look like? I guess he sort of looks familiar.
Yeah, Mike Basson's right. Koke's still running that mid. I think in the game week, when did they do that La Liga thing? Game week 200? I'm pretty sure I won a Koke, like those ticket cards.
Which one of those guys went to Chelsea for like a year?
From
Was it
Atletico
Koke or Saul?
Saul. Or Saul, if you want to keep saying it that way.
Better call Saul. He's the dusty one, I think.
Yes. Yeah, he was never really great.
Not that he was ever that great, so
right.
Maybe that was just a dumb one.
Like, why did Chelsea get him?
I don't know. They liked his 38 L15, I guess.
The Madrid guy that you didn't mention, it was one card that I always wanted and never got until
that's a good one.
Marcos Llorente. Wow, look how happy he is.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. He looks so young.
That's crazy. I feel like we're doing a strep check or something like that. Anyway. But he was like, when I first got on the platform, like he was so good. And eventually, so I ended up with his 1 of 100 rare from the 2019 season, I think. And I traded it away. It was the same season as my Adon rare. And I traded it away. And the day after, I don't think it was actually the day after, but it feels that way. The day after I traded it to Pavel, they announced the collection game. And I was like, sweet, just traded away my 1 of 100 Marcos Llorente.
Gator guy just DM'd me that Sorare just got an assist in the whatever game that he's playing.
Let it go, Keith. Let it go. Ben Johnson was asking if the double thumbs up guy, that would be Hans Vanderbruggen, was ever any good. No.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down, yeah.
Double thumbs down.
Double thumbs, yeah. All right, let's finish with this. Nando said, how many fallen legends have you bought on the hope that they might come good again? That's a great question.
I've not bought any of the guys on my list, but I know I've tried to catch that falling knife with some guys. I can't give you one off the top of my head, but I know I've done it with guys. Oh, I've got a good one. When there were rumors that Bela might go to San Jose, I bought one. Which is dumb. You don't have to. Don't do it. Don't chastise me.
Okay, I won't.
I've never had a Vela, and I wanted a Vela.
Oh, really? You've never had one?
Never.
Oh. Huh.
And me of all people, like I always told Gator, oh, you got to get rid of him. He doesn't even like soccer. He hates the sport. He wants to go do something else. And here I am. He's already retired, and I'm buying his card.
I won a Carlos Vela. That's the only reason I ever had one. And yeah, when that talk of him coming back, and I was like, this guy was dust years ago.
Here's one that the opposite way. I got an offer for my Ladero Super Rare for like 3 ETH at one point in time, and I was like, no way, I'm selling that.
Yeah,
Never
no way.
selling it. And the only reason I thought of it, Peter brought it up, is a card he bought, but then he got hurt, and then he just. I don't even think he's dust, but he's not like, I don't know. At least he plays a little bit still.
Who?
He's dust. Ladero.
Oh, Ladero. Yeah. Sorry. I thought you meant Vela. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
Kennedy, this is an interesting one because I think this is a different conversation. But Kenny said maybe Alphonso Davies is a falling knife. He was never crazy, but he's SO5 ass now. Davies is, I think when I bought a rare Alphonso Davies like very, very early on. And that card was always so much more valuable than it should have been based on his scores.
Yeah.
That's probably a different conversation. He probably fits more into that hype boy convo than the like dusty guy. The worst was how exciting he is for Canada because they like play him further up, but he just loses the ball so often that he was just so bad for SO5 when he plays.
Yeah, he has to get a decisive when he plays for Canada, or his score's terrible.
It's just, is he going to Madrid?
That was the rumor, I think.
That was the rumor, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Maybe we have an idea for next week's show. We'll call it the Alphonso Davies show.
Will he get enough sideways passes in the final third to accumulate 80 fantasy points?
Yeah. I just don't
Find
think
out
he
next
likes
week.
I think he just wants to like do it himself. And so, yeah, there you go, Nanzo. I like this. Never a legend, but priced like one. Perfect. Do you want to start working on the song now, or?
I'll send you some hard work that I put in later.
There you go. Thank you to everyone joining. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny, past, current, future legend Quinny, that is. So yeah, if you guys have any others, feel free to drop them below, just because we'll probably ignore them at this point. But anyway, thank you to everybody for their suggestions in the chat. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Welcome to the Sorare.